Guys, I've seen some unreported reports of robberies inside Medellin, Colombia.
Robberies in Medellin.
What's up, guys? It's Raze here with you again today, and I'm going to talk to you about the unreported reports of robberies inside Medellin, Colombia. Now, I'm inside a few Facebook groups that has people that either visit Medellin, Colombia, or live there. These guys tell their stories about day-to-day life inside Medellin. Now, one story I have found from a fellow Facebook member, it reads this: I was almost mugged there a few weeks ago at 3 p.m. in the afternoon. Me and a buddy were surrounded by 8 to 10 guys, and then the cops rolled up and turned on their sirens, and the lot of them broke and ran away. Okay, and the guy also says, many of the bars and restaurants in Parque, lleras are closed anyway. It is really spooky in El Poblado right now. So, one of the guys asks, spooky where? And he says, we had eaten at Hooters, about the only restaurant open at the time. And as we were walking back toward Cali 10, we were still about a block from the actual Parque lleras. Okay? The group of guys just seemed to come out of nowhere. Okay? We were surrounded, and almost out of nowhere, we heard the sirens of the cops, and they all ran. That scared the crap out of me. Yeah, I'm sure it would. I'm sure it would. So it's looking like these guys were scouting and just like waiting in the shadows, hiding out, waiting to see an easy target that they can surround and jack. He says, I love Medellin, but it's not the same place post-pandemic. I mostly stay in Sabaneta. Still very safe, just seems to be lots more mendigos, thug types everywhere. The people here are desperate. So there you have it. There's one case of a couple of guys that are out there in Medellin, staying long, and they have been ran up on, and about 8 to 10 guys. That could be pretty frightening. Thank goodness for these guys. Cops were around the area, and they have noticed those guys gathering around, getting ready to stick up the 2 guys from the Facebook group. That's just one. Here is another story from another guy inside the Facebook group. He says, I was just eating lunch at a little restaurant when I noticed someone outside walk up from the sidewalk and snatch a phone out of another customer's hand who was sitting and eating. Okay? Then I saw the man's gun. Yeah, the man had a gun. And he was brandishing it towards the other customer seated across the table. Obviously, at this point, it was clear that a gunman was nearby and threatening people. Okay, so there was another robber nearby. By this point, other customers were noticing, and many were still seated or standing unsure of what to do. Then the gunman fled, and I was too far inside to see if he ran or got on a motorcycle and sped off. This is a fairly busy street corner too. It all happened so quickly, and that was my first experience with a robbery that close to me in the laureles section of Medellin. So there you have it. A couple of incidents that recently just happened inside Medellin, Colombia. Now, you won't find these robberies or near robberies inside the news. So guys, you have a really big decision to make. You all want to escape the Matrix, aka US of A, but is Medellin the right choice right now for that escape? Is Medellin just too robbery heavy? Guys, you have a decision to make. Will you book that flight out to Colombia, Medellin? Or will you decide that, you know what, me sitting at a table in a restaurant having to watch my back while I'm trying to sip on a cold drink and enjoy the beautiful women that are walking around, or the robberies too much to think about? Maybe you may not be robbed, you may not get robbed, but the person sitting across from you may, or the person sitting inside the same restaurant may. Do you really want that headache? That's something to think about, guys. So guys, this was a quick public service announcement from Raze. Please like and subscribe to the channel, and I'm out.